But the story basically is that my manager was trash.
I know this love is real. I shine so bright, you make me feel like that. You're just my type, how about that?
Got a Chipotle cheesesteak from Jersey Mike's. From what I remember, the sandwiches were pretty good. I don't remember which one I got, but yeah. And of course my napkins flew away because of the wind, so it's gonna be interesting, but it doesn't look too messy. So yeah, about to just dig in, take it all in, y'all. Check in with y'all in a few. I don't know if this is about to be a rant, but I think a bug bit me on my lip because I know that's not an allergic reaction because I ain't allergic to anything besides blue food coloring. Anywho, but yeah, just like reflecting on like the time when I was here. I was a junior. No, I was going into my senior year of college. It was my first finance internship. I got my degree in I'll put y'all somewhere a little more stable. There we go. Yeah, I got my degree in finance and marketing, and I think I'm gonna just have to keep stopping and starting this video. It's crazy. When is wild. I really could throw this bag out. Anyway, besides the point. So I was working here, the job I'm telling y'all about. It was an internship. It was a summer internship, and it was a summer internship. My first corporate job ever. I'd worked clearly other places before. First corporate job ever for literally one of the biggest companies in the world. And I'm not complaining about the fact that I did it. Like, it's a blessing, you know, that I did it. And the fact that it was even on my resume opened up so many doors for me, which is a blessing. So if y'all don't know, I don't think y'all do. Do y'all know? I don't think y'all know. I'm actually by trade a financial analyst, which is actually kind of cool to say. I'm a financial analyst by trade. I worked in finance in this internship, and the reason I continued to work in finance after I graduated college is because in my internship I really didn't do anything. I don't know that it's the company's fault. It was honestly a pretty cool company. I don't have a desire. If I had a desire to work in a big company again, I wouldn't mind going back to that company, even if I were to work in a different department. The benefits and stuff are really great, and it's great for people like me who are very family oriented. So there's that. But the story basically is that my manager was trash. I still remember his name, it's funny. But yeah, my manager was trash, and that I really didn't do anything, and they had me in a corporate role. So that basically means that I wasn't that far from the CEO, but that also means that for someone in college who's just learning about finance, they don't know what they're doing. You know, we really didn't do any it wasn't a financial analyst role, it was a financial intern role, and to kind of put you wherever they wanted to, which is fine. Again, nothing wrong with that. But where I got placed ended up just being a trash place, and they didn't know that. From what I understand, like, my manager basically just wanted an intern to make him look good. He barely ever made time for me. He never really gave me work to do. I was always an afterthought. And again, I don't expect you to hold my hand and baby me per se, but if I'm your employee, give me work to do, teach me something, show me something, you know? And I was honestly really bored, doing nothing, or confused the whole internship because my manager was just trash. And I really learned a lot from the internship about corporate and everything. And because I really didn't know much about what it was really like working in finance, which is why I did it, I left with not really any more knowledge of finance than I already had, you know, from school, which, you know, is redundant. But again, it's not the company's fault. I just had a trash manager. Trash managers are almost everywhere. Not everywhere, but you know, anyway, especially at a big company like that, it's hard to weed out the trash managers or people, whatever. Anywho, so basically, the manager was trash. It's funny, the Starbucks I'm looking at, I forgot when, but he basically pissed me off somehow at work. I wanted to scream or something. I don't know. I don't remember. But I remember calling my mom. I remember calling my brother. And I just stormed out of the job. And I didn't work near him. All of us interns, we made I won't say a coalition, but it was a couple of us interns that were super cool that always hung out together because we were seated near each other. That we sat in two cubicles all together. And I just had to leave. I just burst out of the office and had to walk down the block to this Starbucks that I'm looking at right now because he really pissed me off. And I remember we did interviews at the end of the internship, it was like a whole interview process or something like that. Yeah, it was a whole interview process. They had us up at a hotel and everything. And it was basically to interview for, I think, the position to like work there after college, because this was before my senior year. So people were either interviewing for another internship for the next summer, or like a co-op, which is when you work and go to school work for them and go to school at the same time, or for like working there full time after college. So I didn't get the job, and I just remember being really pissed, because part of the reason, from what I remember, I think part of the reason I didn't get the job is because I really didn't learn anything over the summer. So I was exactly the same. I really hadn't developed much at all as a professional or whatever after the internship, and I was really mad about it. It was just like a really horrible experience. I've dealt with like, actually up to that point, I hadn't dealt with any like crazy managers. And the next crazy manager I ended up dealing with was when I was working in retail just to make money during school. So it wasn't like my life and career is dependent upon this opportunity kind of thing. But now we're gonna go on to the good things that happen in this apartment building. So like I told y'all, we made like I don't want to say coalition, but like, it was a group of us interns that sat near each other. We were literally from all different walks of life, which was cool. I was the only black woman, but it was literally like someone from every like race background almost. It was really cool. I think I still follow them on social media. One of them, her and I are still pretty cool. We talk on Instagram here and there. And the person that, I got closest to from my time here was one of my apartment mates. I think I told you guys. Her name is Michaela. If you're watching this, love you, girl. Like, she's literally like my sister. Like, excuse me. She's literally my sister. I think I would have her like be like a bridesmaid in my wedding. Like, literally. Such a great connection. And it's funny that, so because I didn't do anything finance related during my internship, I literally did nothing. He gave me busy work that meant literally nothing to nobody, to no, it meant nothing. Y'all get my point. Yeah, so long story short, at some point after, she's a year younger than me, and she graduated last year, and her and I, it's funny, we kind of came to the same revelation that she was an accounting major. She got her degree in accounting. I got my degree in finance and marketing, and we both were like, what I studied, I don't really like. I like marketing, but she realized she didn't really like accounting, and I realized I didn't really like finance. So it's funny that we both came to that realization. But yeah, I had a lot of fun times. If I could find them, I'll insert clips of when two of my girls, my sisters, Kimmy and Sash, came here to visit me. We had so much fun. We went to the mall. We went to Top Golf. Of course, went to the Starbucks office right here. I cooked for them. We ended up going to like a little kickback. It was like a bunch of black people. Not like an overwhelming amount, of course, but they really were working hard on diversity in that intern class. So a lot of us, black people, of course, we always got to stick together, as we should. Someone was always having a kickback in one of these apartments, so we would go to like kickbacks every now and again. So it was cool. It was a really cool experience. And I remember telling myself that summer, like my mantra for the summer was to just try everything, do everything. Because before then, I would have been really guarded around people that I hadn't known, for a long period of time. But I'm really glad that I tried everything, because I really made some great friends out of it, had some great experiences out of it. And this experience over the summer living here really prepared me for what I would be doing after college, which is working in finance. It didn't prepare me for the finance part, but it did prepare me for living on my own. I lived on my own. Actually, up to that point, I'd always had either a suite mate or a roommate in school. And then senior year, I lived in a whole suite by myself, thank God, but never like a whole apartment until I was here. And we shared the apartment, of course, but I'm cooking for myself, cleaning for myself, that kind of thing. It's also the experience that says I don't want to ever live with roommates again. I enjoy living on my own. Actually, the only person I'll probably voluntarily live with that's like, yeah, probably the only person I'll voluntarily live with is Michaela, who I met here. And her and I like click really well, and we also believe in taking care of the home in the same way. So that's why I could live with her happily. Anywho, one of these days I want to do a getaway. She lives in DC. One of these days I want to do like a solo staycation. not staycation, solo vacation to DC to visit her because I just love her so much. And we've seen each other a couple of times at like conferences and stuff in between them, and always spend time with each other when we see each other at those places, and like we talk often and stuff. So yeah, I know this was a rant. I might make this a whole separate video because this was definitely a rant. A little story time. Wow, this is crazy. Wow. I'm usually intentional about going places that I've had a life experience at before to like reflect. I did that last year when I went back to Chicago. Again, that'll be another story time. I did that last year when I went to Chicago. Yeah, I did that last time when I went to Chicago. But I just really wasn't expecting to be here. I don't know if the vlog is going to go up before this video, after this video, or if this video is going to be part of the vlog. But I'm in New Brunswick, New Jersey with my cousin because her job is not far from here. She works remotely. Her job isn't far from here. And like, they have like a work company retreat, something. And they have her up in a hotel. And I basically tagged along. And then, you know, we're going to Philly tomorrow to celebrate her birthday. So yeah, that's why I'm here. It's not like, it's not intentional, but I think I should do this more, visiting places that, you know, have been formative for me. One day I do want to like visit Albany. I went to school in Albany, if you don't know. Albany, New York. So one of these days, maybe in like a year, 2 years, I'll go back and visit. That's something I've always wanted to do with a significant other too, so they can like get to know that like part of me from when I was in Albany and when I was in Chicago. So yeah, I guess this might be. Maybe this might be another place I'm gonna take a significant other so they can learn more about me too. This wasn't as much of a formative place as like Albany and Chicago because I wasn't here for as long, but definitely was a formative place. So wow, this is crazy. So moral of the story is, how many years later is this? 3 years later, I'm degreed. I'm a lot more confident in myself professionally. Not 100% where I need to be yet, but a lot more confident in myself professionally. I'm a full-time entrepreneur, which is a blessing. I might go back into finance one day, and if I do, again, like I always say, I will let y'all know. But yeah, there's that. This is really crazy. I can't believe I'm back here. It's very surreal. And it's a blessing that the weather is nice today too, so yeah. I'll catch up with y'all in either my next video or in the next clip. If this is probably gonna have to be its own separate video because this is kind of like a long story time, so we just be thrown into a vlog. But yeah, here we are. That was one of the offices from my old job. I'm trying to navigate myself to where we lived when we were out here. I know I'm up the right street. I think it's that way. But yeah, this is crazy. That is my old job. I was about to say there might be interns there now, but it's not. That's crazy. That's really, really crazy. Store, I was hoping they would still be open. This is where I got the outfit I ended up wearing for graduation. I just randomly got it in the summer, the year before I graduated, and the first time I wore it was for graduation. I actually still have it. I don't know if it still fits, but I still have it. Fortunately, they're closed. I actually wanted to stop by today and see what they had, but guess not. So I know I can like navigate myself to where I used to live from here. That's the train station. Let me take this mask off. That's the train station I would come out of when I would take the train from the city back to Jersey. And almost every other weekend, if not every weekend, I was going home. Because that summer was just a lit summer back home. And for some reason, I just always had something to do. And in that building, I believe, is the grocery store that we went to the most often. This is crazy. So I believe in that. In that building is where you went to do groceries. And I feel like where we lived is somewhere around here because I remember leaving the train station, having to walk this way to get back to the apartment. I used to live here. Surf Taco is still here. I got like one taco from them, and it was like $10 for one taco. I didn't realize it was only one taco. This is crazy. Wow, they have some news stores here. Jersey Mike's is still there. Oh my god. This is the building. Wow. Honey Grow is still there. This is crazy. So there's grass. They used to have chairs on the grass, but and a TV. I remember. So from my room, you could literally see. I don't remember which room we had. You know what room we had up there? That corner right up here. That was our apartment. Literally the best view. I remember they were playing NBA Finals here. I was watching it from my room. This little workspace. Wow, this is crazy, 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 crazy.